Okay, this is basically step 2 in an extended health private pay client that is new, that you want to get started on their first month's invoice and also memorize our transaction. Memorizing their transaction, I was just thinking that it's very similar to the other home oxygen program memorized transaction. All you're doing here differently is the prices are different. That's the really difference between HOP, private pay, and extended health benefits. The prices are different. We can bill for more things with HOP, with extended health benefits than we can with HOP. The other difference is something to note, is that Sun Life does not pay deliveries. So what we do is we work that into the monthly rental of the equipment. So that's something, actually it doesn't work in with the monthly rental equipment. It works in with the cylinder charges when you do a delivery invoice, and that will be something else. So this is how we do the first month invoice on an extended health benefit or private client. Now I'm just going to pull this up. I'm going to cover up the name here, but what you're doing is you're getting this, not a good one because it's got a check on it. I'm just going to cover that up. So what you're doing here is you've got a manual invoice that you're delivered. I'm covering up the name. You've got a date, you've got equipment delivered, okay? All this equipment here you're going to put on the invoice to send to their extended health benefits for billing, okay? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to come in here. You're going to look for your client in here. You're going to find them. You're going to right click. You're going to go down to create invoice. Now you're selecting the name, and remember when we selected the name, it'll show you their PBC or whatever is in here. So that'll correct. You tab over. This screen comes up when you've done an estimate or something for a client, and we can just cancel out of there. That won't come up on a new client. Class, the patient's in Duncan, so 132 if they were in Victoria, 62 if they were north of Bowser, 142. This is an oxygen client in that area. Tab again. I would go to the date. The date is the date that the invoice was done on, so the date was May 12th. So we're going to put May 12th in there. The invoice number will stay as the manual invoice number, which is 642470. Okay. Now you notice that these areas in here are all blank. Okay. Now those areas would be showing up information if I was doing a real client. Their PHN, their primary payer would be in here. Their equipment would be in here as dual, and the start date. Okay. You come down to the next line. This patient got a concentrator, which is, well, basically they got a home fill, okay? But you have to do the concentrator and the home fill as separate. Concentrator category is 5. I would select the extended per day. And if they started on the 12th of the month, so here's one complete week there, another complete week there, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 for the 31st. So you would put quantity as 20, and the serial number of the concentrator that's on the invoice, which is 56663. Okay. The next line down, now you can tab over 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little quicker, but I'm using one hand, so I'll probably just use the mouse. The next part is the home fill, which is category 3. Right. Category 3 for home fill, you want extended home fill per diem, which is also per day. Tab over, you want to do the same quantity of 20, and then the serial number. Now the serial number of these units is a little different than what I'm putting in here. An Invicare concentrator would be a couple numbers, a couple letters, and then a whole bunch of numbers. Okay, same with the home fill, but I'm just doing fictitious numbers here. So let's just say the number is 56565. Okay, you would put that number. Now this shows that this patient got this home fill, and that can be tracked by those serial numbers. Okay. Not only that, it helps us when we're picking up equipment. So this patient got a few disposables. 200 is the disposable category. They got a 50-foot tubing, which is down at the very bottom. They got one of those. Notice I'm not erasing the prices, and the lot number is 56565. Okay. Nasal prongs, area 200 or item 200. It would be a 4-foot, 7-foot, or 7-foot straight. Now I'm just going to say 7-foot right now. They got 3 of those, and the lot number is 56565. Okay. They would also need portable nasal prongs, so area 200 again. 4 foots, quantity is 2, and lot number is whatever. Now, the cylinders on the home fill. The cylinders on the home fill, at present, we have not done the serial numbers. But we know that a home fill always has 2 serial numbers. If they get an extra cylinder, we would put that in on another invoice to show that the serial numbers was there, so that we track the equipment. Okay. The only thing we haven't added here is the setup. So the setup fee is going to be at the very bottom. Okay. Now I just do 10, number 10 in that item code, and then it comes down to initial delivery of oxygen, which is here, but it's actually category 101. This patient is in Duncan, so we're going to do Millbay to Nanaimo charge, okay, which is iCal. Now this is going to come in at $95. Okay, that's the initial setup and delivery. Remember, Sun Life does not pay this. So what I do is I go up here and I change the quantity or the price, no matter what you do. Actually, it's better to change the price because the quantity is going from the data setup. Change this price to reflect this $95. If we don't do that on just Sun Life, this is just Sun Life, they will not pay the delivery. Okay, that we'll have to collect it from the client, and that's not something that we want to do. If Sun Life says that we need to do something different, whatever. In Sun Life, we're including the first month's delivery and setup charge in with the rental charge of the concentrator, and that's how we just have to do it. When we're doing a cylinder delivery for this client, if they had a OCD, we would include the delivery, which is around $25, into the cylinder cost. So we'd increase the cylinder cost to show that we're getting paid for the delivery. Okay. So this invoice theoretically is done. We got the equipment, we got the price, we got the serial numbers, and we got all the disposables plus the initial delivery. Okay, we would print this off. We would add it with the appropriate assignment of payment forms, and we would send that off for payment to our extended health benefits. The next video is the memorized transaction, and that is the next step in getting the client set up. So far, just as a review, we've entered them in QuickBooks. We've designated them as an extended health benefits, private pay, whatever it is. Now we just did our first month's invoice to send to the extended health benefits to get it paid for. And the next step we're going to do is our memorized transaction so that we get our monthly billing done appropriately. Thanks.